morning, everybody. Glad to see you. This is Rick McBroom here at beautiful Pointe Royale. As I promised, I told all of you that I would get us a YouTube channel started, and this is it. This is only the beginning. We've got lots of good things coming up here in the future. I did want to get this one out simply so that people would understand what this tube channel is going to be about, who I am, and what we intend to do. Our biggest thing that we want to try and do is to make things transparentable so everybody can see what's going on here at Pointe Royale. For so many years now, things have been run pretty much a one-man show. Misty is our general manager. She got that job several years ago when, the way I understand it, she was our bookkeeper. And then after that, they needed a manager. They didn't have anybody, so they just asked her to kind of sit in on the job, and she's been there ever since. I've been told by board members that she's terrible at her job. I believe that, but she is the one that runs Pointe Royale, and she does run it. She's run it right into the ground, and it's a disaster. So as you know, we've been going over all these things. I have put a lot of things out there on the internet to show. I've told a lot of things. I've posted documents. I've said a lot of things that people don't agree with. I've said a lot of things that a lot of people do agree with. But I'm not just going to tell you my opinions. This show is going to be about everybody's opinions. Not just mine, not just the people I put on here. It's going to be about everybody, including Misty, the people that work the office, the maintenance, the guard shack, the people that work for Pointe Royale and make it a nice place to live. Not everything's bad here. We got a lot of great things. It's a beautiful place. I love living here. I'm sure you do too, or you wouldn't be here. The problem we have, though, is most of it's financial, not being able to get a hold of documents we want, running into roadblocks and so on. My wife does a lot of accounting. She looked into these, and she's amazed at how much money is shown missing. Where that money's gone, no one seems to know. These are the things that we're trying to find out. So in the next few weeks, I'll try to put out at least 1 to 2 videos like this for you. And then from there, we'll try to expand. They'll be a lot nicer than this one. This is just an introductory video is all it is. One thing we're going to go over that I'd like to show you is the bylaws. That's what this book is here. It's got all of our bylaws in it and how we're supposed to run Pointe Royale. So we'll be going over some of these things and show you why there's a problem here. Because the bylaws are here to keep everybody honest and to make it open for everybody to see what's going on. Again, the issue we have here is Misty and a few of the board members do not want you looking into things. Why is that? Well, it might be because 11 years ago, the POA loaned the Golf Association $1.5 million, which the golf has never paid back. The POA, when they loaned them that $1.5 million, they turned around, they had to borrow money from a bank, which the POA paid back the money that they loaned the golf. The golf was supposed to pay it back, never did. As some of you know from my posts, when I explained this money and it had not been paid back, Misty put out a letter from our board president, Jay Rios, that he explained about the money that yes, it was loaned out years ago. It was before the present board was in place, so they don't have a whole lot to do with this. However, they're trying to figure out a way to get that paid back. So basically what he did was he admitted to everything that I told everybody, which they haven't told anybody. We discovered that. This isn't just a one-man show here with me doing this. I've had a lot of help. I've had help from past board members. I've had help from present board members. And we do have some good people on our board. The problem is we got a lot of bad people on the board too. They're people that they get elected to the board and then they just kind of sit there. And if you've watched these board meetings or you've been to them, you understand they sit there and one person will make a motion, it'll be seconded, and then everybody will agree to it. And they don't have any idea what they're even agreeing to. It's just that they're trying to go along with the rest of them, and like the old saying goes, I go along to get along. Well, you know what? I don't. I speak my mind, and my mind's not going to change unless you can prove to me that I was wrong. If you can prove to me that there's a better way or that I was not doing things properly, then I'll change. I'll say, hey, I was completely wrong. You won't hear that out of anybody else. And why? Because they don't want you to know they're wrong, because they want to keep your money. And when I say they want to keep your money, this is what I'm talking about. There's always been a small group of people here in Pointe Royale that's been here for over 20 years that think that they pretty much own Pointe Royale. You know who most of them are. They've been here for a long time. They play golf every day. I see them outside my home every day playing golf. As you notice, this is a public golf course, and we have a public restaurant, which is also going to show a $50,000 loss for this past year. What they want to do is they want to have a private golf course, but they don't want to pay for it. They want you to pay for it. They want me to pay for it. Or other people playing on their golf course. People coming to the restaurant when it gets busy and they can't get a seat and get in. They don't want people using the swimming pool and coming in there, at least the public. So what happens here is you've got a small group of people that try to keep Misty in power because they want this place to be kind of like a private golf club for them. And if they publicize it, in other words, advertise and so on, like all the other golf courses do here at Pointe Royale, then you're going to bring in a lot of people. It would be a successful golf course. We would have people in the restaurant. The restaurant would stay open later because there's a demand for that. But the problem you have here is they do not want that. When they get out there and they're playing golf, they don't want to have to wait because there's 3, 4, 5, 6 golf carts ahead of them and they have to wait on each hole. I'm a golfer too. I don't get to play very often, but I consider myself a golfer. I've been playing for, well, I guess about 20 years. But it's just a game, folks. This isn't the PGA tournament they're playing in out here. What they want is to play their games, bring people in from out of town, show them, hey, look at my nice golf course that I have, my country club, and how nice it is. And we've got lots of staff working, and things are humming and going. And that's the farthest from the truth. The truth of this is we're bleeding money terribly. There's a huge amount of waste. We've found so much waste from the golf to the POA Association to Misty's $93,000 a year salary to our marketing representative that doesn't market. If you've ever gone down there, you can't hardly see her because she's never there. But yet all of our banquet rooms are empty. The golf course is almost empty. Basically, it comes down to this. This small group of people wants Pointe Royale to be run like a private executive club, but they want all the money from the condo owners to the property owners to pay for this. Not a bad plan. It's worked out great for them, and they're laughing all the way to the bank, along with Misty, who laughs all the way to the bank every single paycheck she gets. She's like, I can't believe I haven't been fired yet. So I believe she's on borrowed time, and we're going to try and expose all that. There's a lot of corruption going on. We're going to show you that too over the next few weeks. I'm not just going to tell you that's what's going on. I'm going to show you the documents that prove that that's going on. I've dug for these. Been stonewalled several times on, no, you can't have those kind of documents. No, we can't show you that. That's only for the executive session. You know what? When I study these bylaws, I found out that all of us are entitled to this information. Our bylaws in 4 different locations tell us that they have to show us these documents and during reasonable business hours. It doesn't say anything about, well, you've got to pay fees to see them or anything else. And I've had so many people come to my house. It's been amazing. I've been so fortunate. There's a lot of good people that own properties and condos here. I've met lots of them. I want to meet more of them. My house is open to anybody that wants to stop by. I've had several board members stop by. In fact, I've had board members stop by and apologize for the way I've been treated. They've told me how bad Misty is, and our biggest problem is to get rid of her, and I completely agree. And Misty may be a fine person, but you know, a fine person doesn't make you a good manager. In my past experience, I've had managers I've hired that had even great backgrounds. I knew them personally, and I thought, you know what, this person would make a good manager. They get in there, they couldn't manage squat. I was like, you know, why are they having such a problem managing when they did so well before? It's because they were followers, they weren't leaders in the position before. But these are the things we're going to expose. We're going to go through all this one at a time over the next few weeks. And with the election coming up, I think this will help everybody get a clear view of maybe who they should vote for and who they definitely don't want to vote for. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to do the best we can for you. And welcome to our YouTube.